That board would melt.
Yeah.
It would melt right onto the rails or whatever he's on, and he'd just be like, I'm stuck.
Yeah, see, because, like, immediately snow.
Yep. All right, we got some more of Kao the Kangaroo. Hey, let's see a fun idle animation.
He's looking around like Wesker. Aww. Oh, that's cute. He crosses.
Yep. He does that for a bit. If it's just like, well, if you don't touch the controller, I'm just going to idle here. The best way to discover idle animations is in between recordings when I'm going to like set up the next part and I turn back and the character's like
just like doing weird things.
And you're like, double dutch. Huh. I'm just like, neat. I'm going to record that.
Oh my gosh. Donna's idle animation was so cute.
Oh yeah?
She would like put her arms behind her back and she would just start to like sing.
Aw.
She'd like twist around and just like da da da.
All right, so we got ourselves a snowboard level. This takes a bit to get used to. Controls a little sharp. So let's see how this goes.
This poor kangaroo is like, I'm so cold. Steve Irwin would have never allowed this.
As if the mountain itself isn't bad enough, we got ourselves a snowplow.
Oh, joy.
And it's gonna let loose these like big old ice mines.
Well, that's not what snow plows are supposed to do.
They are when they're piloted by, well, not so much piloted, driven by your enemies. Oh God, careful. Gotta grind on the rails. If you get hit, he like takes a tumble for a while, and it takes a bit to get your controls back.
Just ass over tin cups.
Yep, and he'll slide for a bit, and it's just like, no, make your jump, please.
He's like, I'm trying. I'm not trained for ice.
There we go. That's how you do it. You have to grind on that one. Now this coming up can be pretty tricky.
How does that work, that there is lava?
In the mines?
It would definitely melt the snow. That or the pressure from how deep they would be would just completely crush little Kao.
Poor little Kao. That board would melt.
Yeah.
It would melt right onto the rails or whatever he's on, and he'd just be like, I'm stuck.
Yeah, see, because like immediately snow.
Yep. I guess they went through like amusement park logic. Shit! Into the icy cold water.
Well, what's a lava?
Nope, that one's water. Help! A lot of trial and error in this level.
Yeah, I would fail miserably.
You have unlimited continues, that's the nice thing. It's just embarrassing when you're just like tumbling and you hit something and then you roll into something else and hit that.
I mean, that would be me.
So I'm just like, God, give me something. And then we change perspectives.
Oh, yeah,
And the snowplow's back.
I don't like that. I like not knowing what's in front of me.
Yeah.
I have poor
There's
reaction
only one
time.
gap, which is nice. If there were multiple gaps, I'd be like, well, this is stupid.
Yeah, I have really poor reaction time.
Uh-huh. So, like, he's going to be shooting shards of ice at you. So you got to bob and weave. It's very hard to get 100% on this level because you never know where the coins are going to show up.
Yeah.
But there's the jump.
What is that from? Bob and weave. Bob and weave.
I don't remember. I want to say Rocky, but you've never seen Rocky, so it has to be something you've seen.
Yeah. I feel like it's a Disney movie.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We did it!
Yay!
We snowboard all the way down the mountain into the crystal mines. So now we're going to get a lot more lava. Whee! Ha-ha! Thin ice doesn't scare me. I have my levitation cap.
Yeah, it just gives me like
Boxing.
yeah.
That's what I was figuring. It would take you right to boxing.
Bob and weave quote.
And give that a shot while I explore these deep, dark mines.
Deep, dark.
Excuse me, Mr. Gnome. I'm getting a lot better at fighting these guys. All enemies get better when you collect more stars because you get more attacks.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to browse too deep in the interwebs.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might have honestly been from like a meme or like a GIF.
Highly possible. There's some quotes that like you search and you immediately get it. It's just like, how the hell did they know? Thank you, internet.
How did it know?
And then other times you're like specific from this scene. Like, I know the movie.
Yeah.
I just want to see that clip. And Google's like, what the
We
hell are
don't
you
know.
talking
We don't
about?
know what you're talking about.
I'm just like, whoa, okay.
Get your shit together, Google.
See, now this becomes the gold rush. Going from minecart to minecart.
Giant spider falls from the ceiling.
Yeah, it'll happen. That scarred me. When I go to my first therapy session, so where did it all begin? Well, at the age of 11, I went to Kennywood, and my first demon literally fell from the sky. And that's how I became arachnophobic. But, like, I also remember that, like, there was this, like, animal therapist. She had a show. And it was, like, getting over your fear of certain animals.
Yeah.
Snakes, spiders, cats.
I think I've seen clips.
Yeah. And she'll start by showing you pictures.
Yeah.
Then she'll show you footage. Then she will transform the room you are staying in into the environment of that animal. Then she will add that animal into the room as your bunk buddy.
Ooh.
And then finally, you will have to carry said animal. And that's the procedure. And I'm just like, fuck you. I don't want my bed to be a giant webbing.
I mean, I feel like that'd be comfy as fuck. Like a little hammock.
Because, like, the one dude, like, he was afraid of snakes. And, like, there were, like, rubber snakes and toy snakes all through his room.
Yeah.
Snakes hanging from the ceiling. And, like, he had a fit. And she was just like, wait until the next night. When, like, there was a, like, ball python in a cage next to his bedpost. And he was like, what the hell?
See, that's how I know that I don't have a phobia. Because, like, I don't like locusts.
Mm-hmm.
They freak me out. I don't like anything about them.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I know they exist and I'm fine with that. I just don't want them on me. So even if there was, like, a locust in a cage, I feel like I'd be okay because I know it's not on me.
Whereas, like, there was this one person who was afraid of, like, pit bulls. And there was another person that was afraid of kittens. And another person who was afraid of hornets. And, like, the dude that was afraid of hornets was just like, what the fuck? They got it easy.
Yeah.
Even though it's, like, not to undermine their struggles because the dude was bit by a pit bull. So, like, that's why he's afraid of, like, big dogs.
Right.
The dude that's afraid of hornets is just
I feel like that's a fair fear, like, because hornets are ruthless. Like, they're not going to die when they bite you. Like a bumblebee. Like, if a bumblebee stings you, it's going to die.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, a bumblebee will do whatever it can to not sting you.
Unless, like, you're interfering with its nest, then, like, it can't help
that,
it.
like,
It's programmed sting, defend the queen.
Yeah.
I died for your sins.
Yeah, pretty much. But, like, for the most part, like, a bumblebee is not going to hurt you. You just, like, coexist with it and it'll be fine.
Yep.
Hornets are assholes.
Yes. Yes, indeedy dandy.
But yeah, like, I can look at pictures of locusts and I'm fine. You know, I can watch footage and I'm just like, they're so gross. But, like, I'm not, like, afraid. I know that they're outside. I have seen them outside. I've seen their little dead carcasses outside. And I'm just like, ugh. But, like...
See, you'd be fine until, like, the third night where she lets loose the locust. And
then I'd be like, nope, I'm out. Like, I'm done. I just don't want it on me. Like, I know it's not gonna hurt me. I just think they're gross.
Mm-hmm. You definitely don't like the sound.
Yeah.
Like, you hear it, and I can see the hair stand on the back of your neck.
It just happened to me right now because I just thought about it. And I think that's honestly the thing. I don't like the noise
gun
they
for
make.
us? They kind of came out of nowhere. There's some enemies that you will see frequently throughout the game, and other enemies like those penguins where like you're almost just like, wait, was that a penguin?
Killer penguin?
Whee!
Yeah. I think that's it. If locusts were quiet, I probably wouldn't care.
See, here they are. Well, it's because of the shell on their wing that makes that sound.
And I just like, it freaks. That's the part that freaks me out. It's the sound they make. 'Cause it's the same with stink bugs.
Yeah,
like,
and Katie did it, and you were just like,
Yeah, because like, I don't like stink bugs. I can like take care of them if I have to. But it's the sound they make that I'm just like, they're little kamikaze shells.
Whereas mine's like certain spiders, it's just like, okay, you're kind of neat. You stay in your corner. And then there's other spiders where it's just like, I don't want to turn away. It might remember. It's got 8 eyes. It has good memory. One of those eyes is going to be like, I remember you.
Whereas like for the most part with spiders, I'm like, aw, look at it.
Yep. God bless you, child. I just hate like the 8 legs spreading.
Yeah, I think we determined that if they have knees.
That's the worst. If I could see your knees, I'm like.
See your little spider knees.
Oh, okay. Gonna take the train to the next level.
I think my like
all aboard.
My favorite spider is one that I will probably and hopefully never encounter in real life, but it's like the dancing spider.
Oh, okay.
That like it stands up and it like
the
dances.
Little peacock kind
yeah,
of spider.
it does a little. I'm just like, oh my god, look how cute it is. Meanwhile, it's like I will kill your whole family.
Yep.
Like,
all right, so this is our second boss, the conductor. This entire train is out to kill us.
oh boy.
So make sure you're good with those boomerangs. Target these enemies and let them fly. They actually duck for cover every once in a while. So like this does become a bit of like a shooter level.
Okay.
I wonder how you hurt the conductor. Gee, I do wonder. Perhaps shooting him in his big old glowing belly button?
You know what? Don't assume people will know. How the fuck do I kill this boss? Shoot it in the giant glowing eyeball. And I'm like, oh. yeah, you have a point.
That was a Zelda boss. It's like, my sword keeps clinking off its face. How about the glowing tail?
Yeah, you have a point there.
He's right, you know. But yeah, so this boss is relatively simple. Rinse and repeat. And I find it actually easier than the first boss.
Okay.
Because the first boss had those random shockwaves that were hard to pinpoint.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it's just if you keep firing, destroying his shots, he'll never hurt you. So you destroy his shots, sneak in some shots yourself, and what I like to do in shooting segments is focus on the target. No, I keep firing and I focus on avoiding.
Yeah.
Because if you focus on the target, you leave yourself open to its attacks.
Yeah.
But if you focus on just avoiding and keep firing, eventually you're going to hit your target. That's the same thing I did with that Galaga boss in Pac-Man World.
Right.
The giant spaceship monster. So that's always my tip to get that kind of tunnel vision of focus on dodging and countering its attacks, but keep firing. Eventually you're going to make your shots. But so long as you're dodging, you're not taking damage.
It's nice too when you have like unlimited ammo.
There's that, but there's also the fact that like in KO you have health.
Yeah.
In Pac-Man you have health. In those arcade games, your ship gets shot, you're done.
Yeah.
That's why it's all focusing on like avoiding their bullets, keep firing. Because
Right.
once you get hit, that's a life. Okay, but there we go. We got him. And that's 2 worlds down already.
Got him.
That's his little victory skip. Lulu, skip to the loo.
Good to see you again. You were able to stop the shipment of animals in the winter world. The hunter will be furious.
And there we go. Still in December, and we're already done with the winter world.
Still not enough.
Goodbye.
I point telephone
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
the harbor. The winner gets 1,000 silver.
All right, so we have a boat race to attend.
Okay.
The winner gets 1,000 coins.
Let's do it.
Okay. So those doors lead to bonus games. I'm going to save them to the end of the game because
Okay.
honestly, they don't give you anything. They're just little bonuses.
They're just there.
I was actually surprised because I was expecting they'd tied towards like 100% completion. I've tried all of them at the end of this playthrough and I didn't get anything.
Okay.
So take with that as you will. All right, so off to the boat race. Gotta say, for a simple platformer, there's a fair amount of variety. We got racing down the mountains,
Yeah.
we've got boat races, climbing trees. All right, so
I
you
kinda
have
like
to be in
that.
first place to win. That's how you get the 1,000 coins. The purple gives you a boost meter. Hold in the R button to boost ahead, but don't waste the meter or you slow down.
Okay.
So when the meter depletes, you go back to...
Ah.
So it's all about spacing between. Holding in the button uses the meter. Releasing the button,
Builds the meter.
it doesn't build the meter, but like collecting those purple...
Oh,
shit.
you crashed.
Those purple orbs, that's what fills the meter.
Okay.
But once you let go, the meter no longer depletes. So you just have to kind of time it. So see how I just have that little sliver left?
Yeah.
That's what keeps my boat from like not going too slow. There's a horse race in Zelda that has that same strategy. So long as you keep the momentum and don't fully deplete the meter, Link's horse will keep going at a steady pace.
Okay.
Once the meter's depleted, the horse is tired.
Yeah.
And that is your punishment for abusing the meter and causing it to deplete.
Right.
Then the horse is tired, so you gotta wait for it to gain some wind
Yeah.
and then gain your speed again. Whereas if you keep that momentum and don't fully deplete it, you can keep that momentum going to win the race.
Okay.
We'll find that out sometime in the future.
Somewhere down there.
Well, you see, in Zelda, Link has a boat in one, he has a horse in
Yeah.
another, he has a freaking bird. So like he has a lot of different
it.
mounts.
He just goes with the flow, man.
He's a very versatile character. Even though, I don't know if I've revealed this or not. It's different Links
I
for the
did know
vast
that,
majority
yeah.
of the games.
I did know that Link is a different Link and Zelda is a different Zelda in every game.
Yeah. It's actually the villain who's always the same. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the same dude in all, maybe not all of them. I think there's like another alteration. It gets complicated. Zelda is complicated to talk about, not as complicated as Kingdom Hearts, Jesus Christ. But that's one of the reasons why I'm so tight-lipped about it, is because I can talk about it, you'd be like, the fuck did you just say?
Well, I mean,
And I'm
you
just
know,
like,
it's the
fair
same
enough.
with Sailor Moon when I'm like, oh, well, there's Sailor Moon, and then there's Usagi, and then there's Princess Serenity, and then there's, Sailor Cosmos.
Yeah.
But they're all the same girl, but it's like, millennium apart. And then there's Rini, who's also Sailor Moon, but from a different universe.
I think the
and
perk
you're like,
is
what?
Not only are you a reader and a writer, but you like anime.
Yeah.
And anime's writing can just be like, we're doing this now, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
God bless it, you commit to it, and you have your weird tropes, but I really like anime's writing.
I do too.
Like, it's very mature, but also, like...
It's like explaining something
We won.
very in depth and very mature in a way that doesn't feel like it is.
Yeah.
So it's like explaining algebra to a toddler.
Or, like, adding some entertainment to social anxiety.
Yeah.
It's very cool how they can just take a bizarre concept and roll with it
Yeah.
and make a cool-ass anime. All right, in the next episode, we're going to continue more of World 3.
Toodles.